Introduce yourself, please.
Okay, I'm Dave.
Okay, Dave.
I went to a Nissan dealership in Hamilton
Outstanding. How did that go?
Not too good. I went
All
in,
right. I can't wait.
I walked around for
Surprise, right, class? All right.
2 or 3 minutes I walked around in plain view of...
Outside on the lot?
No, inside the
Oh,
building.
inside?
Inside the building. I finally went over and picked up some literature.
Yep.
And then finally, somebody came over and he said, "Are you being helped?" And I said, "No, not really."
It's not much of a greeting, is it? No. Especially if you've been waiting 2 to 3 minutes, he just kind of set himself up. Are you being helped? No. It's been 2 to 3 minutes. I'm still standing here looking silly. Are you going to help me? See what I mean? All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that's the way I felt. I mean, and I told
sure.
him that I wasn't.
You didn't feel welcome, that's for sure.
No, I didn't feel, and I didn't feel like I was important.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, I said to him, "I'm not sure I'm ready to buy right now," and he said, "Well, okay, we have a lot of vehicles out on the lot, and when you're ready, my name's George." And I
said, ouch!
And he said, "My name's George. You never asked me my name." I said to him, "Well, I'm Dave." And he said, "Well, when you're ready, we have a lot of vehicles, and come back in and let us know." So I never got to the interview process. I never got any prices.
Because you told him that you're not sure if you're buying a vehicle, but probably part of that was 2 to 3 minutes you waited. Right. Part of that was, and you remember, you come in with 90% logic and 10% emotion. So that's where he's at. And then you're just set off even more if you don't get a proper meet and greet. So do you see where the tables turn? Had you got greeted within seconds of eye contact like you should be,
right,
then at that point in time, you're a little more sold on the salesperson and the dealership, yes?
Yeah. No,
so
absolutely.
Even if you came in there thinking, I'm not buying a car today, which, folks, that's 80% of the people are thinking they're not going to buy the car today. But if a sales process is presented to them, what happens? They get a little excited. They get a little emotional. And guess what happens? You're changing plates, right? But if you don't do that, guess what happens? You give them a brochure card and let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I didn't even get a card. You know, I felt
amazing.
I felt like George was a nice guy, but after the class, I didn't feel like he was much of a professional, I'll be honest with you.
No. Did you meet a manager?
No.
Okay. So you were given a card. Did he ask you for your phone number, email address?
No, I wasn't given a card.
Oh, I
was not given a card. I was not asked for my name or address or phone number, nothing.
Okay. So even though you came in there and you're not buying today, all of a sudden he didn't want anything to do with you. Okay. But what if you were buying the next day? Or what if you were buying this coming up Saturday? Just not today, because I just need some information so that way I can make an educated decision and go home and have an intelligent conversation.
Exactly.
Do you remember that? Does that sound familiar, class?
Yeah.
Okay, because maybe you were on your way home from work and the wife's out, cooking dinner or doing homework with the kids. You had a few minutes, but you know you're going to make a purchase on Saturday, so you stopped in there. I'm not buying today, and then that was enough for him. That's all he had to hear.
And I got no information to take home.
Wow. So therefore, there was no intelligent conversation. and obviously, you can't make an educated decision because you don't have the information.
Right.
Just let me know when you're ready.
That's
well, that would be never if I don't have the information.
Right. That's the way I felt when I left.
Wow. That's just amazing to me, folks.
Wow.
Okay. Do you see now why I had you do this homework assignment?
Yeah. No,
you understand clearly?
Yes.
Do you remember I told you this would be a life-changing homework assignment?
I remember you saying that.
How do you feel now?
Well, I think you're right. I mean, like I said, after this, I went there and I thought that, like I said, George seemed to be a nice guy.
Yeah.
He didn't seem to be a professional.
Did you think it was that bad out there?
No, I didn't. Quite
okay.
Frankly,
you thought I was exaggerating a little bit?
I thought I was going to be tied to his desk for 10 minutes.
And some in the class was kind of worried, well, I don't know about giving all my personal information and this. And I told, don't worry, they're probably not even going to ask.
And they didn't.
Right?
They didn't worry about it, right?
So, all right, what would you have done different?
I mean, I think even if you're busy, meet and greet and say,
yeah,
I'll be with you in 2 minutes, I'm finishing up a phone call, or, you know what, can I get some information, let me show you the product,
yes,
take some information home so he can go home and have an intelligent conversation, an experience that he can share with the wife or whoever that needs to make that decision.
You know, some of these bad experiences, they just get me a little jacked up, but they get me excited too because here, it's job security for me, and guess what? Should get you excited because it's definitely job. That's who you're up against.
Yeah, it didn't seem like much of a competition.
There you go. Round of applause.